Just 7 races ago, this track was decided the final regular season race. Tonight, it is the opening race of the round of 8 after Tuesday's race at Martinsville. Tonight, we begin the round of 8 with the Advocare 500. 8 drivers that have survived and made it to this point. We have Matt Kenseth, Dylan Murray, Carl Edwards, Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Busch, Ryan Newman, Kevin Harvick, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Dylan Murray and Jimmy Johnson are on the front row. Carl Edwards and Kyle Busch make up 4th and 5th. Dale Jr. will start in 7th tonight. Kevin Harvick starts 13th. And Ryan Newman will begin tonight in 23rd place. So again, the 8 drivers to watch. At the end of Phoenix, 8 drivers will become 4. Dylan Murray starts 1st. Jimmy Johnson starts 2nd. Carl Edwards will start in 4th. Kyle Busch will start 5th. Dale Jr. will start 7th. Kevin Harvick will start 13th, and Ryan Newman will start in 23rd place. Due to Kyle Busch having a better finish than Jeff Gordon in the last round, Kyle Busch advances to the round of 8. Remember, at the end of Phoenix, 8 drivers will become 4, and at the end of Miami, one of those 4 drivers will walk away a champion. And what better way to open up the round of 8 with one of NASCAR's fastest tracks? Dylan Murray and Jimmy Johnson on the front row. The green flag is out. You can all see the speed that Dylan Murray carried into turn 3 just a little while ago. He carried almost 192 miles an hour into turn 3, and he just crossed 190 miles an hour at the start-finish line before nearly reaching 200 going down into turn 1. Dylan Murray has built a rocket ship here. Just a reminder, if any of those 8 drivers that we mentioned earlier when we looked at the starting lineup win tonight, they will get an automatic berth into Homestead for the championship. Jimmy Johnson has had success here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. However, his last win at this track came back in the 2008 season in the run of 5 straight Sprint Cup championships. That was his last win at this racetrack before the 2015 season. This track is home to the oldest surface in NASCAR, so tires will be of major concern tonight. How will you conserve them? And how far can you go on a run? And if you're worn out, can you move the car around the groove and still be fast? Compared to the spring race, or the race 26, the first visit here at Atlanta, where we had 18 cautions and multiple big wrecks. So far, things have been high and tight. Jimmy Johnson has started to close into that 2.5-second lead. As it looks like you see the demonstration here, how much fall off of tire how much tire fall off can really hinder you. Dylan Murway had a 2.5 second lead, got out to a 2.5 second lead on Jimmy Johnson. Now it's just a second, with Carl Edwards in tow in third. And Jimmy Johnson closing up to the leader. Back bumper, and looks like we may have a new leader at the line. Jimmy Johnson will take it without much further conflict. He has had 2 wins this season. He had the win in the first of the Lincoln Welders 300 earlier this year at Charlotte, and ended up winning the playoff Talladega race to get into the round of 12 and have a pretty solid run through that round, with his worst finish being at Charlotte. Sorry, his worst finish was at Kansas, as Dylan Murway continues to slip back due to how worn his tires are. And here comes Marcus Ambrose and the 14 of Tony Stewart. Oh, almost a big moment there between Atlanta winner Marcus Ambrose and Dylan Murway, who won Martinsville to get into the round. Dylan is still loose. I think he's got a problem. He's going to have to pit here pretty soon. I believe so. In fact, he's slipping back really fast. He led the opening 6 laps. And I think Dylan Murway is going to have to consider, at the very least, consider pitting, because look at this time he's lost. Almost 6 seconds in the opening run. Trevor Bain with a nice run early on in this race, running in 11th. And it looks like Dylan Murway is going to hit here. And fill her up. Jimmy Johnson has taken over the lead here in the Advocare 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And Dylan Murway has to pit early due to a possible tire concern issue with the right front. And Dylan Murway is out and will fall 1 lap behind, just as several other cars have begun the cycle of green flag stops. And Jimmy Johnson is one of those cars on pit road. He takes the lead to Casey Mears in 13. Little bit of damage. Menard spins on pit road. Does that call a caution? Looks to me like Paul Menard has gotten his car going. Question is, how will these cars blend up onto the racetrack? And whoa, we got trouble. Trevor Bain into the inside wall. No caution there. And caution comes out. Oh, Trevor Bain. Wow. Hard hit. He hit that wall extremely hard. So Tony Stewart is taking the lucky dog. The final four, as it's the four drivers below the cut line, will be Kyle Busch, Dylan Murray, Matt Kenseth, and Kevin Harvick, who is 1 point out over Dale Earnhardt Jr. Pace car is off, green flag back in the air. Outside lane really checked up on that initial start. Dylan Murray did not get going at all as he ran into the back of Kenseth. As Regan Smith will go into traffic. Whoa, got another problem. Austin Dillon and Regan Smith bring out the second caution of the night. Slams into Trevor Bayne. Solid contact. Wow. Greg Biffle got the lucky dog, by the way, on that caution. Jimmy Johnson, who has led the last 11 laps, will lead him down for the restart. And here comes Dylan Murray, gaining at least 12, almost 10 spots in that corner. Had to get out of the gas because he was under the 14 of Tony Stewart. And Dylan Murray continues to slide back. Outside lane, Dylan Murray way. Oh, jeez. Dylan Murray way on the outside lane. Robbie Gordon and Greg Biffle get into a wall and lose multiple spots. We are still green here at Atlanta. Marcus Ambrose has taken the lead from Jimmy Johnson. So how will Dylan Murray try to figure things out? He's rim riding all the way around this group, it seems like, as Dylan Murray continues to cross and cut and break ankles in his run to the front. Marcus Ambrose is pretty much all checked out here in Atlanta as he is well ahead of traffic and the way things have shuffled out. Dylan's car is sliding right now at the corner. You can see how his car is basically in a four-wheel drift. And can't quite seem to reel in the one of McMurray till there. Oh boy. Marcus Ambrose still out front. Dylan Murray sliding that car around Atlanta's old abrasive surface. You can tell he's already wearing the back tires out on that thing. And can Dylan Murray get to McMurray? He's still sliding it around. There's a line of about 15 cars on top, 3 down low, ahead of McMurray and Dylan Murway as Dylan Murway continues to slide that car around. Let's go on board the Bass Pro Shops 25 car. Kurt Busch has gone by the one of McMurray. Dylan Murway is basically in a four-wheel drift. Somehow has not crashed yet as he continues to drift in the pack to 24th place. And around goes Dylan Murway and Joe Nemechek on the apron. And somehow only Travis Kvapil and Ryan Newman get collected here as we have brought out the third caution of the night. I tell you, Dylan did a nice job saving that. Oh. Dylan with a good shot to the outside. David Gilliland with a solid shot to the inside wall. So, third caution of the night has come out on lap 24 as we begin the second round of caution pit stops. Everybody basically came down pit road that time. Ambrose comes out. Basically, only one car stayed out on that caution, it looks like. And Dylan Murway will restart way back in the pack. 40th place right now. So Dylan Murway and Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, and Jimmy Johnson are now on the bottom on the four that are on the verge of being eliminated. Carl Edwards, Kevin Harvick, Dale Jr., Jimmy Johnson are the final four. So Newman, Murway, Busch, and Kenseth are the four drivers that are on the verge of possibly being cut if the chase were to end, if the round were to end tonight. Oh, Scott Speed into the wall. Ricochets across the track, no caution somehow. With Dylan, he's on the apron, moves Montoya up the track. Gordon coming to try to join the party. McDowell is out front. The 98. We are green. We still are racing here in Atlanta. Kvapil gets tipped into the wall. Dylan trying to look for a space as he splits the difference in the middle lane. 3 wide. Oh! Around they go. We got cars all over the place. Joey Logano, Clint Boyer, Jeff Burton, and Danica Patrick among those. And Johnson, does he get through it? Nope. Fourth caution. I saw Jimmy Johnson slide to avoid. He did not receive contact, I believe. So yellow flag number 4 as this race shapes out like Kansas by the looks of it. All the cautions in the middle, near the middle of the race. Dylan Norway trying to maybe force his way up with Newman. Can he quite stick it? Yo. Wow, just barely came up in front of the 39. Carl Edwards is your new leader. 3 wide, Logano in the middle. The outside lane continues to bottleneck up here. As there goes Montoya around. Looked like Dylan Murway was pushing Austin Dillon down the front stretch here. As Dylan Murway tries to make it 3 wide among probably 3 or so rows of cars. And the caution comes out. Looks like Juan Montoya will be having a visit to the NASCAR trailer after that, after bringing a caution out. Yep, he's having a trip to, it was just announced on Race Control by David Hoots that Juan Montoya will be having a visit to the hauler post-race, along with the crew chief and spotter of the 42, as Robbie Gordon smacks the wall, and now they're crashing again down on the backstretch. Trevor Bain's in it. Marcus Ambrose, Robbie Gordon, and it looked like Matt Kenseth may have gotten clipped in that. I don't know if he had a major role in it. The caution comes out again. Yellow flag number 6 on the night. Oh, wow. Robbie Gordon, Austin Dillon, Trevor Bain, Marcus Ambrose, Matt Kenseth looped it around. I don't know if he got contact. It looks like everybody except for maybe 3 cars. Kevin Harvick opting to stay out. It's moves like this that, if they work, someone could end up in the championship. That could end up in the championship 4 for Harvick. It'll be a boost to the championship 4. Wow. So another caution. Mark Martin, Kevin Harvick, Ricky Stenhouse are the top 3. Kyle Busch is up in fourth. So the chase standings, Harvick and Busch, second and fourth. Newman, 11th. Junior, 24th. Johnson, 25th. He'd be first out. Edwards is 29th, second out. And then Dylan Murray would be third out, and Matt Kenseth would be the last man out.
Great stuff, guys. Good job. In and out. It's all you now, buddy.
That's the way this race has gone. Green flag back in the air. Mark Martin leads the field down. Dylan Murray charged the corner on Kurt Busch. Oh, contact. Boyer and Johnson get together. Still 3 wide there. Outside lane continuing to stack up. 4 wide for a moment. Contact. And Danica into the wall. And there's cars spinning. Oh, Logano into traffic. So Logano, Gordon, and Kenseth all involved in this one. For that little dust up. And after that, the highest chase driver is in 14th. Wow. Mark Martin, he has not won a NASCAR race since September of 2009, and he would like to change that tonight. Dylan Murray using up the 10. Oh, the 10 to try to maybe hold a spot. Danica Patrick gets a big run. And Gilliland. Oh, round he goes. Whoa. Another yellow. Tony Stewart, Edwards, Logano, and everybody else piles in as the caution comes out. Logano's in it, and then as drivers were checking up, that was the end result. Somehow there's really not a lot of playoff drivers with extreme damage other than Dylan Murray, which at a place like this, damage can hurt you. And in fact, damage will hurt you if that's the case. Dylan Murray charges the corner, moving Kloppel up the track. Kloppel pins Johnson into the wall. And, whoa, Dylan Murray slams the wall. Keselowski spins further up. Somehow the caution has not come out. Kyle Busch was also part of that mix-up. Joe Nemechek gets the lead out of all of this. So approximately 23 laps to go as we speak. Or 22 now. Yeah, 23 laps left. in this one is this has definitely taken an interesting twist late. And it looks like field has settled down after that little mess. Joe Nemechek is still your leader as we have reached 21 laps to go. At 23, so 22 to go now. Nemechek has just reached 21 laps to go. Got one car down pit lane. That is the 55 with Mark Martin. So while that goes on, looks like we could see another round of green flag pit stops here shortly if Dylan Murway can keep the car straight. That rear tire is really wearing down on the 25. In fact, Keselowski has actually made up the distance on Dylan Murway in 40th, while Joe Nemechek is out front leading this race. That Dylan Murway is probably going to have a get caution here. Keselowski saves the car somehow. We are still green. And it looks like Dylan Murway is going to pit now. Just to have some tires by the end of this one.
No fuel. Your tires look okay. We're ready for you, buddy.
As Nemechek puts Dylan Murway one lap down.
You ready, guys? Let's hustle here. Awesome job, guys. Great teamwork.
So now after this, Harvick is on. Now your leader as the caution comes out. Oh, Junior's in it. Dale Jr.'s crashed in turn 3.
Truck, are you clear?
Huge developments late in this one. So Dylan takes the wave around, is one lap down.
Player gets the wave around.
Dale Jr. was in the crash, so he was not eligible to receive the lucky dog. 15 to go at the line. Outside lane, continuing to check up on that start. Oh, big moment here. Dylan Murway has crashed. Tough go late in this one for Dylan Murway as he slammed the turn 4 wall. The caution is still not out. Big time damage to the 25. Similar situation did play out in Martinsville 1 week ago. Dylan Murway cut a tire with 5 laps left. However, after several cautions, ended up winning in the final stretch. And looks like that could be it for Dylan Murway in this race. Currently 1 lap down. While that goes on. And Dylan Murway is now 3 laps down. Ryan Newman is your new leader. This may have just gotten interesting for Dylan Murway. As we're in the round of 8, your opportunity for a mulligan is pretty much non-existent at this point. With 9 laps left in this race, your opportunity for a mulligan pretty much non-existent. And got one in the wall. That is Clint Boyer. We stay green. Michael McDowell is a full minute ahead of Dylan Murway, and that gap continues to shrink. Oh, big mess. Backstretch. Whoa, big wreck. Dylan Murway on top of another car. And that is caution flag number 10. Kyle Busch is involved. Sam Hornish is there. Trevor Bain is in it. Tony Stewart, Marcus Ambrose, and Landon Castle got damage. Robbie Gordon to the inside. And somehow, and that is yellow flag number 10. No cars have DNF'd yet. Woo, yeah. Trevor Bain comes up, kisses the side of Jeff Gordon after that little incident. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is leading in this race. Nemechek is the lucky dog. The drama of racing. Get a couple more cautions. We get a couple more cautions. This could be just like right there. Scott Speed gets into the wall. No caution yet. Martin Truex takes the lead. And one in the wall. Up ahead. It's like Regan Smith. One car checks up, and we got problems again. Scott Speed, Danica Patrick. And it looked like Carl Edwards got kissed there as well. Green, white, checkered. Attempt number 1, Matt Kenseth and Jimmy Johnson. And Kyle Busch are the closest drivers that have a shot at getting at getting this win. Sorry, Juan Montoya is your leader. And you mean one right there? Got a big mess this time. That would be yellow number 12 on the night. Ooh, Truex, it's bounced. And then there's everybody. Second attempt at a green-white checkered finish. Matt Kenseth is your leader. In this one. And somehow, after all those cautions and tire issues, Dylan Murway made up 3 laps in the span of probably 5 minutes. Matt Kenseth, Juan Montoya fight for the lead here on the second attempt. Whoa. Oh, big mess. And there it is. Just like Martinsville. And arguably half the races here this season. Final attempt. Juan Montoya, Jimmy Johnson, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. fight for the win here in Atlanta. And can Jimmy Johnson lock up a spot at Homestead? Dylan Murway sliding, trying to make past 7 cars in that little stint there. And he's probably going to lose all those spots as well in this next go around. And guys, spin at the line with 2 laps to go. There is Josh Wise to the inside. And the race is still green. Can Jimmy Johnson become the first driver to punch his ticket into the championship 4? Josh Wise has gotten going. Jimmy Johnson has taken the white flag. As Dylan Murway slips to pit road. And it looks like Jimmy Johnson will be punching his ticket into the championship with a victory tonight in Atlanta. And a tough go in this race tonight for Dylan Murway. Cars are... Oh, we got a little bit of a crash on the cool-down lap. So Kyle Busch, Clint Boyer, Trevor Bayne, and it looks like Mark Martin will make up the top 5 in the final results. So Jimmy Johnson will punch his ticket to the championship tonight with a win at Atlanta. Lots of carnage. And we will see you on Tuesday night for Texas.